got us going here? They're going
I'm just commenting on your recommendations are good.
We're looking at Bed Bath & Beyond, Famous Footwear, Barnes & Noble, and, again, the traffic is pretty light in all of them. You know, a lot of people, like you say, may have done the shopping a lot earlier. Mm-hmm. And the deals, I could sit and tell you this store has 50%, and that store has 20%, and that store has 99%. They've all got deals today. You know how that works. Mm-hmm. And so if you need something from a store you know about, yes, today's the day. Go out there and look for it and get it.
Well,
and that's what we're seeing across the board.
Well, the fun thing about this is being a New Yorker, you're used to the crowds. We don't have to worry about parking because you don't have a car in the city. It's ridiculous to own a car in that city. So you're on the subway or the buses or a cab or whatever you need to do. But we know how to shop early before the crowds. But the thing about Thanksgiving, they automatically see and think of Christmas. You know, like the two have been together forever. And it's kind of fun if you're not in a rush to actually go out there and snoop around on Black Friday. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, the other thing I noticed is that a lot of times you think Black Friday getting here later on in the day, they'd be sold out of everything because of the rush early on in the morning. But, you know, it's actually not true. I mean, looking around at all the stores, they still pretty much have a good stock on everything. So there's no reason you should be up at midnight waiting in line to get this stuff when you can just come later on in the day, get the same deal, the same price, and they still are pretty much well stocked on all the merchandise.
Well,
you know, we're talking about shopping and deals and discounts and this and that. You know, I'm a guy, and I analyze things. I don't care whether the price is 99% off. 99% off what? I always ask that. So in the end, I really want to know what is the price. Don't raise the prices a month or two before and get him up to $10 million and say you're going to give me 99% off and it started at $10. Now you're going to give me 99% off and it's $11. You know, so I try to be aware of what the prices were and what something is really worth.
Yeah, you're right. Men think different than women.
Yeah.
I analyze it when I walk in. I kind of, with what I'm interested in, I usually know what it sells for. So when you're going to give me a discount, and it's not really a discount, you're just upsetting me.
Okay.
And then I'll just walk out on you. Because I'm not going to be trifled with that way. But, you know, so the bottom line is, you go in, you know what it usually sells for, then you look at the price. If you feel it's a good price and you need it now, okay. But just don't go say, oh, I'm saving 99%. No, you're not.
That's when you got to do your homework. That's what this show is all about. This is one of the reasons why this show was born, is to teach people how to go out and shop. Do your homework. And the best way to do is first go to the stores, you know, with girlfriends or by yourself, whatever you want to do. Snoop around. If there's a certain item that you're interested in, get the serial numbers and the price and everything else on. Then you look through the coupons and the ads that come through with the newspapers and what have you. Go online. Do the snooping. When you find that particular item at the price that you want, that's when you go out and purchase it. But boys and girls, remember this. If you do not need that item, it is not a savings. Only buy what you really want to buy, not because it's on sale.
And that's the problem. Going online today is the way to do it for research, for items that you can easily research online.
Yes.
Things like clothes or shoes, things like that you have to see and feel and maybe try on. That's harder. Yeah, I don't see doing that online too much. But other things that have serial and model numbers and stuff, research them online. You're going to know the answer.
Consumer Reports is good.
Yes.
You know, no matter where you go today on Black Friday shop, there's one thing that's going to be constant. The day after Thanksgiving, and they're already pumping the Christmas music through these speakers.
Yes. Yeah.
They got to get us in the mood to think about presents.
Well, I heard on one of the stations that I like every once in a while, I turned it on. I heard 2 Christmas songs. This was almost a month ago. I shut the station off. I said, no, it's too early for me for Christmas, unless it's Charlie Brown. Then that's a different story. You know what I mean? All right, now, gentlemen, is there anything else you'd like to tell us before we have to say goodbye to you?
No, I think we're going to go look around for guy stuff.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything covered for Black Friday.
Okay, one thing I wanted to ask you, when you're in the stores, are they gift wrapping any items?
I myself didn't even pay attention. I'm a guy. I don't know how to ask questions like that. You know, I'm a guy.
Okay, I just wanted to know because sometimes they'll do gift wrapping for you.
You know, I imagine certain stores do and certain stores don't. You know how that works?
I think it really depends on what you're buying.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Because I'm going to go buy something for myself now, and I'm not even going to have them gift wrap it so I don't have to open it.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
You could just go to the 99-cent store and get those back.
Well, you could always get it gift wrapped and then sit there for a couple minutes and say, I wonder what it is.
And shake it and see if it makes noise, huh?
If it's ticking, throw it away and run.
All right.
Unless it's a nice clock.
There you go. Wouldn't that be something? It's a nice cuckoo clock and you break it?
Yeah, it was ticking. You threw it away and it turned out to be one of those very expensive watches, you know. That would be terrible.
Did you guys see as many men out there shopping as women?
You know what? I'm a guy. I don't look at things like that, but I'll look around real quick.
Michael,
you know, I see more women. I do see more women. Not by much, I don't think. The guys are with them. They're usually carrying the packages.
Now, Michael, did you notice what is the percentage between women and guys?
Oh, gosh. You know, I haven't even been paying attention. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. You like saving money.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering. Yeah. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you so much for calling in. If you find out anything else, call us back, okay?
Well, we're going to go snoop around for ourselves.
All right.
All right, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and talking about shopping, you brought up a good thing on the gift wrapping in the bags. Go to the 99-cent store. They have some cool stuff out there.
And I heard that like wrapping type stuff and party stuff is one of the best things to buy at the 99-cent store. That's where you really get value is on the wrapping paper and the party stuff. And you know, there's a lot of that going on right now, parties and wrapping. So.
Yeah, I love that the 99-cent store, the dollar store. What's the other one? The Dollar Tree is the other one. Yeah, go into them. But I noticed the 99-cent stores. I had to get little doodads, thingamajiggies at the last second, like for when we decorated the building for Halloween and everything. I found more cool things in that store at their prices. You can't beat them.
No, and if you're doing a wedding or something like that too, and you need little centerpieces, but you know, people that don't like to wrap, those gift bags are so great because you just buy a bunch of tissue paper and you just put your gift in there, and then you just stuff tissue paper in the top. And
and you put a nice little bow and the ribbon on it and stuff. Yeah, I love them gift bags.
It saves so much time with having to cut wrapping paper and with the tape and everything and the scissors. Yeah, I like those too. I have like a whole big giant container of them.
You too? Yeah, and with them gift bags, it seems like you will keep them year after year and recycle them. But if a box comes, you end up breaking down the box and removing it. Have you noticed that? Yeah. But for some reason, you get them gift bags, and you keep them forever.
I got some really pretty ones too, and we're like, no, just be careful with them, and I save them every year. So
yeah, I have fun doing that.
It's good recycling too, because we did a big thing on recycling, and anytime we can save resources like that, we're saving trees.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought up trees. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, really?
Your brain, you read my brain. And also now, let's talk about the Christmas trees. Now, there is a big talk about the real trees compared to the artificial trees, right? I kind of have to lean on the artificial one. Why? Because we're not cutting down a tree, right? I don't know. I have this thing. I don't like to cut down trees unless they're sick and you really got to do it, you know what I mean? And you can go, and if you purchase in the beginning and put the money out and really get the tree that you want, you know, big, small, skinny, fat, whatever you want. Spend that money in the beginning. And then when you're putting it down for the season, put it away properly, like when you got it in the box and stuff. And every year, you can use it. You know?
You can even put the lights on it and leave the lights on.
Yeah, and they have a lot of them artificial trees now with the lights already there, and you unplug it and put it away. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I actually, last year I used a tree that I inherited from my mother, and it's a white one. And by the time I'm done, like fluffing it all up and getting the the branches bent just right, that tree looks absolutely beautiful. When I get all the lights and everything on it, the white, and I get like the white cord.
Yes,
the white cord with my white tree, and it really shows off my bulbs. And don't get me wrong, I love to have a real tree, a flocked real tree. But what I do is maybe every few years I'll treat myself to a real tree. But in the meantime, using the fake tree, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, when we were children, of course, we had the real trees, The
foil.
Yeah.
With the light, the color wheel.
Yep. I'll never forget that. Oh, I thought they were so ugly.
They're coming back, I think.
know.
The color wheel's coming back.
You give everything 10 to 20 years, and it recycles from clothing to decorations, and it all keeps on turning and coming back to you, and you're going, I thought we got rid of the 70s, and they're back again, Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
Like $100 for a Christmas tree.
Yeah, and talking about trees now, I did some homework. You want to hear what I found out?
Okay. I want
now,
to learn
Kmart, they have some cool prices on their trees. I took a ride about, and I went over there, and I went on a snoop attack. They have some really good-looking trees. I mean, they look like trees, not Twiggy holding something in their hand. I mean, they're really good. They're big, they're fluffy. They have 5 different kinds to choose from. They start from $89 and up. And they have some with the lights, some without the lights. And, go out there. And, of course, bring the family and let them pick out what they want. And I got to admit, they're doing pretty good this year. They really are.
And if you want to maybe think about one of those kind of trees next year, like after Christmas, you could really get a good deal on those fake trees.
That's when you buy all your stuff for the following year, yes. And what I started doing is a lot of the stuff that I have purchased through the years, and I want to change the color or something, I donate all my stuff down to the churches. Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's the Salvation Army.
You have an excuse to buy more stuff.
Well, it's not an excuse. I just want to be and then with the Goodwill, the Salvation Army, the different church, Habitat for Humanity, we do a lot of work with them. They're over here in Redlands. Bring your stuff down to them, and then they recycle it, and they give it to the people that really need it.
It's good that you mentioned that, Bev, because, how many of us, when we start digging out our Christmas decorations, we start kind of going through other things, too? And one of the best things that I've ever done is downsize and get rid of stuff. And I cannot remember thinking, God, I really wish I wouldn't have gave that thing away to the Cancer Society or whatever. I never regret giving away anything. I forget about it, and it feels so nice to lighten the load and not have all this stuff hanging around that I have to keep shifting around and cleaning. It's like you never use it. Just give it to someone that can sell it and take that money and do something good with it.
Right, or give it to a neighbor or whatever. Rule of thumb, if you have not used an item or wore an item like a blouse, jacket, whatever, or a dish, whatever it is, if you have not used it in 1 year, it's time to get rid of it because you're never going to use it again. Rule of thumb, boys and girls, we do our homework around here. I mean, it's serious what we find out.
When you get up in years like us, too, there's things that end up in your closet, and you're looking and you're like, that's not me anymore. Yeah.
Because everything changes,
and it's hard to get rid of it because you spent a lot of money in the beginning when you bought it, but you have to be real and say, I'm probably never going to wear that. That's not me anymore, and let it go.
And there are so many people out there, especially in this economy, there are so many states that got hit with extremely unusual weather where they lost a lot of things. They need stuff. So whatever you are going to remove from your house, please do not throw it away. Give it to the Goodwill, the Salvation Army, the churches,